everyone, this is Upasana Singh, STR Flipkart, and I welcome you all to Online Study for You, a complete placement solution for everyone. Today in this video, we are gonna discuss about TCS Ninja Toppers real interview questions and preparation tips. These questions are given by a girl who got selected in TCS through Ninja Toppers test and interview. So these questions are given by her. She have also shared some preparation tips and resume tips. So we will be discussing all this in this video. So let's get quickly started. So coming on to this talk, she have maintained this talk herself. So let's see what she written. First of all, she wrote her how did she prepare. So she prepared topics like data structures, OOPS, operating system, database management systems. These are core subjects, and while interview, these are very important to know. In data structure, she have learned stack, queues, linked list, trees, and many more, all the data structures which we have. Apart from this, in object-oriented programming, she learned inheritance, polymorphism, Java collections, streams, exceptions, and etc. She must be from Java, but if you are a C++ or a Python coder, then make sure you know these things in Python or in your specific language. Coming on to the operating system, in operating system, the topics like threads, process management, memory management, these are very important topics, and you should give read to these topics, understand these topics well, prepare questions on these topics. Now, moving on, database management system, she have learned joins, normalization, and transactions, asset properties. But trust me, these are very important topics, and you can expect at least one question from these topics in your interview. Moving forward, so finally, the most awaited thing, that is the questions as an interview. First question is basic concepts of OOPS. Second is define exceptions in Java with example. Here she was in Java, she was coding in Java, so she was asked in Java. But if you are a C++ or Python coder, then you can expect similar questions in your own language as well. So make sure you have the good knowledge of your language. Coming on to the third question, difference between abstract class and interface in Java. This is also the question based on the Java, and from here you can get the idea how much the interviewer was interested in knowing the basics of her language. And similarly, she can ask about similarly the interviewer can ask about your own language. Coming on, the fourth question is from the DBMS normalization, the topic she have already mentioned in the core subject topics. Fourth question is memory management and use of RAM. This is a topic from operating system which she have already mentioned. Moving on to the sixth question, which is difference between public and private key. And these are very important questions. See, all the questions are from the base only. So having the good knowledge of base will help you to ace the interview. Moving on, seventh question. Which database you used and its specification? Maybe here she is asking about her project, the database she have used in her database, or she is asked. Maybe here the interviewer is asking about which database she have used in her project, or which database she have learned, or which database she have done her DBMS in, or she have done SQL queries in. Moving on to after this question, we have the question number 8, OSI model. And this is also this is a computer networking question. Moving on, question number 9, different types of joins. Joins are very important. Make sure you have a good knowledge, you have good examples prepared beforehand in the topics like normalization, joins, memory management. So it helps you to explain your answer well, and also make sure you have the good definition prepared prior, so that you can give the clean answer to the interviewer. Because when you get stuck while answering, it leaves a bad impression. You are there to make them understand what you are saying. So it is very important to have the clear definitions with you. They helps a lot. Moving on to the 10th question, we have difference between JDK, JRE, and JVM. This is a Java question again. So if there is any Java coder, then he can get a lot of questions for them. So moving on to the question 11, difference between delete and truncate. Again, this is a very important and this is a very asked question from DBMS. Now 12th question, what use of destructors. Similar to this question, interviewer can ask about constructors as well, or class, or any object oriented programming question. So you can prepare all those questions, you can prepare topics. From these questions, you can extract the topics that are usually asked and you can prepare those topics. Now moving on to the 13th question, that is collections in Java. This is again a Java based question, and now 14th question, static variables and methods. And moving on to the 15th question, we have difference between AI and deep learning with examples. So whenever you are preparing for any topic, make sure you know 2-3 examples. This will help you to explain better, and usually interviewer says that explain with the help of example. Sometimes it happens that interviewer doesn't want the direct definition. They wants to see your knowledge about your basics, so they ask you to explain with the help of example. So their examples help you. Coming on to the next question, will AI affect the employment? Now, this is a general question, and maybe she must have mentioned something about AI, deep learning, or even if she have not mentioned, the interviewer can ask some AI questions, these general questions. But if you haven't mentioned any AI or deep learning thing, then they won't ask. Whatever tech stack you will mention, they can ask questions from that tech stacks. Now, advantages and disadvantages of digital work. Again, this is a good question, and this is a different question. You can prepare this question as well. How does cloud computing help people? And seeing the variety of tech stacks, maybe the interviewer was interested in different technologies, about knowing the different technologies, and these are very common technologies, like these are very, very famous these days. So maybe interviewer expected that she knows about them. So initially, interviewer asks you like, do you know about cloud computing? And when you say yes, then they ask you such question. So if you don't have any knowledge about cloud computing, then you can simply tell that, sorry, I don't have the knowledge about this question. Could you please ask another question? But don't do that in the fear of interviewer or something. You say that, yeah, I know, and then you give the wrong answer. Wrong answers leave more bad impression than saying that you don't know this thing. Now, moving on to the 19th question, explain project along with technologies used. So this is a question, and I have already said that prepare a crisp project explanation along with the tech used and what the project is for, what is the idea of this project. And after this, we have the last question, how to establish database connection. So in the project, this is the topic. If you have any database related thing, then this interviewer can ask, and even they can ask you to write the code for it. So make sure the database connection part you know well, because usually I have seen that this question is majorly asked in the interviews. Moving on, she have also shared her preparation tips. Tip 1 is make your basics strong, and this, trust me, this is very important to have strong basics, because in interview mostly questions are asked from the basics rather than from high level standard high level questions. They ask basics because they wanted to know whether your base is strong or not. So focus on basics more rather than mugging up the hard questions. If your basics are strong, then you can easily crack the interview. Tip 2, do at least 2-3 questions per day. Consistency is the key, and here what she exactly means. Doing questions daily, be it your online test preparation, be it your TCS digital toppers preparation or ninja preparation, or any interview or test preparation. If you are keeping consistency in learning, if you are keeping consistency in your coding, in your learning your core subjects, then this will help you more rather than doing everything in one day. Tip 3, also practice basic aptitude questions. So this tip maybe is for the online test. Now moving forward. Moving forward, we have some resume tips, and trust me, your resume is also very important. Tip one is don't mention things in a resume that you don't have full command on. You should have complete knowledge of what you mention in your resume. And this is very important because at the time of interview, interviewer just have your resume and he just knows you by resume. He knows what all you know is in the resume. So he expects you know everything about everything you have mentioned in your resume. And so there, if you fail to answer anything which you have mentioned that you are good in that in your resume, so it leaves a bad expression on the interviewer, because the least expectation an interviewer can have you from you is to have the good knowledge of the topics you have mentioned in your resume. So be truthful with your resume. And moving on to the second tip, that is make your resume short, and if you mention projects in your resume, be clear about the details of the project, even if you have done that in group, because the interviewer will surely ask from it. So keeping resume short helps the interviewer to extract the points which they want to ask, and it makes the interviewer more interested in your resume. Coming on, if you mention projects in your resume, be clear about the details. Make sure whatever you are mentioning in the project you have full knowledge about them. For example, if you have made the project in group and you have made the half of the things, but interviewer doesn't know about it, so it will be good if you revise everything, if you ask your friend that what all things he have done, and you can discuss that thing, and you can have the complete knowledge of a project rather than having one part knowledge, because having the complete knowledge will help you. And if interviewer asks any question, then you won't need to say that you don't know because that was done by your friend, because it shows your curiosity. Because if you know the entire project, then it shows that even if it was a group project, but you were very interested in that project, that you have the full knowledge of that project. So it gives a good impression, and it is the expectation of interviewer that if you are mentioning any project in your resume, then you know it everything, you know everything about that. Moving on, so that was all about these questions, and we have already came up with a video about the questions asked in thesis toppers interview. So if you haven't watched that video, then you can also watch that video. These questions will help you to prepare well, and these questions can might be asked in your interview as well. So ending this video here, I hope you like this video, and if you like this video, then do like, share, and subscribe to our channel. And if you have any suggestion for us, then please do leave a comment for the same. Thanks for watching.